Right now, I'm doing this thing called media deprivation. Do you know what this is?
I can make a guess at what it sounds like, but I'd rather you just tell me.
In the past 24 hours, I have not been on TikTok. I have not been on any social media other than for work. I have not watched any TV. I have not watched any movies. I have not read any books. And of course, I have not played any games either.
Going straight medieval with it. The
Yeah,
the only entertainment is music.
yeah, but it's supposed to last a full week. So I have to go a full week, no media, living like a peasant, the way you do. What should be the first game that I play after breaking my monk-like lifestyle? What should I dive into?
What that's a very important question I think to consider. And truly I think I would spend the whole 5 days or week or whatever considering what it should be.
No, it's
Because
7 days. I want to be very
oh,
clear.
seven
It's a
days.
full week.
Oh,
It's a
it
full
is like a
week,
full week.
not a work week, a
No.
full week media deprivation, aside
I
from what I'm doing with Renegade. I don't know if jumping right into like an RPG is going to be like overwhelming after a full week. Like
That would
reading a
be
bunch
my
of stuff might be too much for me after I like reach my Zen state, my enlightenment as a non-media consumer. Or should I like ease in with like a lighter like card game, that's kind of easier to pick up that maybe is like a shorter playtime.
I think a card game is always the best thing to just do when when you've got 5 minutes or whatever. Like people who carry around a deck of cards, I think that they're heroes. Uh
True, truly.
and then because I think then you can work your way from a very simple card game and then follow the evolution of gaming as a whole.
Ooh, that would be cool. Like, what if I
Yeah.
really start like really easing into it? What if I go
Yeah.
all the way back to chess and then I work my way up to Renegade games?
I think
Um,
that would be a fun YouTube
that would
series.
be wild. I will also say I do have a cold right now, so I am sick and I am completely media deprived. So this is gonna be some wild energy on this episode.
You are straight up peasant lifestyle right now, except that you've got indoor plumbing.
Peasant lifestyle. I'm dying of the plague. I'm not allowed to read.
And you can't even tweet about it.
I can't post on my blue sky or on my red note. Not allowed. Um, so this is my life. Let's start the podcast.
Start the podcast.
What's up, Renegades? Welcome to episode 2 of the Renegade Cast, a podcast where we talk about all the good stuff coming from Renegade Game Studios. My name is Anais, and this is Rena.
I'm Rena.
That's Rena. And today we're going to be talking about a ton of games. We're going to be talking about a recent release that came out yesterday, and we're going to be talking about some upcoming releases. And of course, we're going to be spotlighting a game. And stick around because sometimes
Yes.
we have a little discount code, sneaky little discount code for viewers slash listeners. So make sure to watch to the end of the podcast. We had a game come out yesterday. A game that Rena and I have been super excited about, which is My Little Pony Festival of Lanterns. Uh, yeah, I mean, we did talk about it a little bit last week, but in case you didn't tune in last week, Rena, you want to take it away and tell the people what this
I
awesome game's all about?
I would love to talk about My Little Pony. Listen, I'm so My Little Pony build.
Yo,
She lives on my desk. She keeps me going.
she's cute. I like it.
So we're super excited about My Little Pony Festival of Lanterns. We talked all about it last week. Jump back to that episode if you want to get the full rundown and me just talking about ponies for 20 minutes. Uh, but it is the same great gameplay as Lanterns the Harvest Festival. So it's a new game with the same mechanics as a game that you already love. It's got new modules. It includes a solo play option, which people have been asking for years. And it's a lot of fun and it's really cute. Especially, I have to do this shout out for the art by Mary Bellamy, who's done the comics and who's done other games, other My Little Pony games for us. It's just beautiful, and the designs of the ponies incredible.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
a really cool,
ponies.
yeah. Who doesn't love ponies? It's a really cool game. I'm very excited about it. Maybe I'll play that one as part of my
I think
media deprivation release.
it would be a good one to ease back into because you've got like the a very easy to pick up game, like even if you don't know anything about it.
That's
And
true.
it's
It's a
like
game that a medieval peasant such as myself could pick up and
we're not
learn.
going we're not going back in time and giving them hot Cheetos. We're giving them My Little Pony
The
Festival of
colors might
Lanterns.
overwhelm me though. It
Oh,
might be completely overwhelming, overstimulating for my peasant brain.
you gotta wear sunglasses.
It's true. I'll wear sunglasses when I play, like I'm playing poker. And then maybe that'll really help me.
I think so.
That'll help my gameplay as well. It'd be really funny if I played the solo mode in my sunglasses by myself.
I think
Um,
it would give you an air of mystery.
that's true. Like, who is she? What's she
Yeah.
doing? What's she up to? One game that is coming up. Let's talk about some of our upcoming releases. Some stuff
Oh,
that's coming
yes.
up that definitely would send a medieval peasant into a coma is some of the expansions we have coming out for Heroscape. Coming up on April 14th, we have Queen Maladrix and Festering Honor Guard Army Expansion. This introduces the sinister and deadly Queen Maladrix, the Conqueror, alongside her loyal Festering Honor Guard. They look super cool, super spooky. And these are perfect for players who prefer aggressive, relentless tactics. It really like leverages the strength of their leader and the overwhelming number of minions there. This includes 6 highly detailed, fully assembled miniatures and 2 army cards. And it will be available in painted and unpainted.
So you can customize them.
So you can customize it,
You,
soup it up, baby.
you get to decide what festering means.
What does festering mean? I don't know. I'm
Big,
not allowed to read. So,
big win for fans of festering and other SAT words. Uh, Festering is a little bit like,
what does it mean to you?
what does it mean to me? What does it mean? I'm married to a microbiologist, so festering means disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Like the
I
disease
was
in my
going to say
body right now.
fermenting, but sorry?
Say like the disease festering my body right now, my
Yes, like the
lungs.
disease festering inside of your body and making you a medieval peasant, which I think is the theme of the episode. But I was going to say festering is fermentation, but for the biological sciences, I think.
That sounds crazy. That's Rena, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That's only
Um,
like the second craziest thing I've said today.
if you're not a festerer, don't worry. Because we also have the Oathbound Phalanx and Oathbound Legionnaires army expansion also coming out on April 14th, which introduces these characters, elite units who excel at adaptive battlefield tactics and overwhelming force. This is perfect for players who are looking to dominate the battlefield through both strategic deployment and brute strength. This expansion includes 5 highly detailed, fully assembled miniatures and 2 army cards. And they look sick.
Head over to the Renegade website so that you can take a peek at them.
That's true. If you go to Heroscape.com, we have all of our character bios there,
Yeah.
and you can see all the images, and it's very cool. And the other expansion that we have coming out on April 14th is one that I've been very, very, very excited for, which is the Wing Commander Tuck Harrigan and Vorid Glidestrikers army expansion. Uh, these guys rock. This is the coolest stuff ever. These are perfect for players who want to be super dominant in both land and air. And this expansion enhances army with any kind of army with fast-paced, high-impact playstyle. So that's kind of I'm into that. That's the way I like to play. Very fast and loose,
Hmm.
a little aggro. And yeah, these comes with 5 highly detailed, fully assembled miniatures and 2 army cards. Go check those out. Go check those out on Heroscape.com or the Renegade website. And make sure you look at all the cool art because they look awesome.
And Tuck Harrigan has been like a very the fans have been asking for him ever since they first saw him. They need him and they need him now. So I'm so
Yeah.
excited that we get him out there.
And we're going to get them on April 14th, along with these other expansions. And all of these expansions are available in painted or unpainted. We also have something else coming out on April 14th, which I'm happy to say I could partake in because painting
Oh,
is allowed in my media deprivation monk-like state. I am allowed to paint things. That's part of it. So
yeah.
I would be able to partake in the Heroscape Age of Annihilation paint set, which we talked a lot about it last episode.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of Army Painter. I've been really excited ever since we announced the collaboration with them. These paints are super high quality. They come in 20 fantastic colors that are super quality pigments, very long lasting. We talked last episode about how the bottles are easy to store, in my opinion, which is very important to me.
It's so important.
I'm a gal on the go. I'm always traveling. I'm always in my game shop. I want to be able to bring my stuff with me. So that's really cool. And it comes with a paintbrush as well. So, yeah, make sure to pick up some. If you're a painter, if you're also experiencing monk-like tendencies, such as myself, you can go pick up some of the unpainted expansions and paint them using the Heroscape Age of Annihilation paint set.
I'm so excited because I love painting things with like just the strangest color combinations.
What are you? So, if you're picking up Tuck Harrigan and the Vorid Glidestrikers, which I have to assume you are,
Yes, I am.
what's your color palette gonna look like for them? Because they're normally like a brown and gray and green
Mhm.
normally. So what are you gonna do to kind of soup up your army?
I really want a like radical 90s Tuck Harrigan.
Oh
I want to
yeah.
give him like so probably still like the brown base, but then like I'll paint his coat in like little like 90s windbreaker colors. I might get him some sunglasses. I love that aesthetic. So, and I think squirrels deserve to rock it.
Yeah, rock and roll squirrels. Very cool. Rock and roll Vorids. These Glide Strikers, they're
They're,
cool.
they're
They're
coming.
they're coming for you. They're cool as heck. Yeah, so that's the Heroscape stuff we got coming out on Monday, April 14th. Make sure to pre-order now, by the way. You should be pre-ordering all of our upcoming releases.
Mhm.
But make sure to grab these because they're going to be awesome. Also coming out soon on April 17th is something for the Axis and Allies players, which is Axis and Allies Battle of the Bulge. This is
Yes.
back in print after 18 years. Long time, and it's back. And everyone's very excited about it. So in this game, you'll control territory and contend with supply shortages while directing infantry, artillery, tanks, and aircraft in one of the most decisive conflicts in World War II. You'll be able to play as the United States and the United Kingdom or Germany in this head-to-head battle for two players. And in this box, you get over 130 plastic miniatures, which is wild. A lot of stuff. This box comes with a lot of stuff. It's a classic. It's back in print. And we're stoked about it. Coming April 17th.
I'm so excited. And when we announced it in our Axis and Allies debrief earlier this year, everybody went wild because, like you said, the game has been out of print for so long.
Yeah, it's great for people who weren't able to grab it. I'm 25, so like I wasn't necessarily collecting Axis and Allies games 18 years ago. So it's definitely cool that I'll be able to get it. And other young players will be able to get this Axis and Allies Battle of the Bulge. But yeah, also it's great for collectors who maybe just missed it, the first time around and
Yeah,
have been searching swap meets and garage sales ever since. Don't worry, we got you. We
we
got you.
got
It's
you.
here. It's here and it's back April 17th. Make sure to pre-order.
And it's a lot of fun. Like
And it's
Battle of the Bulge, I will say, is
fun.
just one of the most fun Axis and Allies games that I've played.
It's freaking fun, bro. Go play it. It'll be great.
Grab your friends and just go.
Grab a friend, and just go. That wraps up our recent and upcoming releases. Let's move into the game spotlight.
Yes.
Our game spotlight featured game this week is Nexus Ops. And for this featured game, I decided to call in a strategy expert correspondent, a special guest. Welcome to the podcast, Sophia.
Sophia.
Hi,
Hi,
it's me.
Sophia.
Hi,
Uh,
guys.
Sophia's works with us as a coworker. And it,
Yeah.
and a coworker and might I say friend. And
Yeah.
now a guest on the podcast. And she knows more about strategy games than literally anybody I know. So, Sophia, if you would like to take it away, we could chat a little bit more about Nexus Ops. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So, thank you for that wonderful introduction, by the way. So, Nexus Ops is a game where you're going to work to control the rubium mines on a distant planet through your own little army of humans and the local aliens that you are working alongside to fight in this great big battle. So, this game, for people who aren't familiar with it, is a game that has some great dice chucking game mechanics. It is a great little minis battle game, and it's also a very 4X light type of game, which, if we are not familiar with the 4X term,
That's why you're the strategy
is why
expert.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so in a 4X game, there's four main X's that have to be in the game to make it a 4X game, which is there needs to be exploring, there needs to be expanding, there needs to be some type of exploiting, and there needs to be some type of exterminating. So, Nexus Op checks all of those boxes, but in a really easy to learn and understand way that makes it a short game. It's not super long like other 4X games, which can take hours to play. This can be played in less than an hour most times, and you can get it to the table really easily with your family, your friends, and maybe some younger gamers. So breaking this game down to those pieces, you're going to be exploring this new planet. You're going to be looking for these mines of rubium. You're going to be expanding your troops and expanding the control that your corporation has on the planet, while other players are also working to do the same thing. Then there is exploiting, which in this case is building on the land in a way. So processing those rubium mines, getting access to those mines, and getting access to those resources. Because rubium in this game is also your form of currency. So you're going to be able to buy troops like your alien species, like the you got the rubium dragons and little rock dudes and lava dudes, and these guys are awesome because they have actually the 3D blacklight glow that was present in the older versions of the game. And we didn't have the heart to get rid of it, so we had to bring it back
Yeah,
because
absolutely. We would not be we wouldn't try to fix something that ain't broken, right?
that's what I'm
And
saying.
the Black Light Glow minis are awesome. This box comes with 164 of them, and they're in a bunch of different colors, and they look really great. And it really increases the immersion of the game, in my opinion. It makes this game super unique, and super interactive. And I really haven't seen any other strategy games. I'm no strategy like expert like
Hey, as
Sophia,
as
but
someone who's played a lot of strategy games, I can say that I have never played a game that has any type of glowing black light glow minis. It's so cool and it's so unique, and this is a super well-loved game, not just for that. It's been around for ever. Well, it's been around since 2005. The first edition came
basically
out
forever.
forever,
Like
right?
so old.
So old. It's been around since 2005. The first edition was published with Avalon Hill, and then it was published in 2012 with Fantasy Flight Games, and Renegade is published it in 2024 for the first printing, and it's been so much fun. I don't know. But anyway, back to the game. The last thing that you really want to focus on this game is exterminating, and in that case, it's battling. So you're battling other players, you're battling their armies, you're throwing some dice around, you're playing secret cards that are going to let you do cool things that could totally change the course of the battle. You're completing secret missions in order to score points. And the game ends when either one player is eliminated, and then you compare who scored the most points, or the first person to score 12 points will be crowned the victor and get to stand on top of the very cool 3D monolith that controls the whole power of the rubium. And you can feel really proud at the end, putting your little dudes on the monolith and feeling great about yourself.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it seems like a fun like way to show off that you won like last week's game night or whatever. You just keep the blacklight display set up and you've got your guy sitting on top of the monolith. Hey, Sophia, do I have to play against my friends in this? Because I would feel kind
Well,
of bad killing my friends.
actually, this game, it compiled a bunch of versions of the past rules in the previous editions, and this edition kind of smooshed them all into the rule book. There's 4.5 pages at the end of this book that is all alternate rules. So there's a version where if you're playing with 4 players, you can play in teams. There's also different versions like King of the Hill and Vortex, which makes the monolith like suck a bunch of the like enemies and people into it, which is crazy. And there's also just some other smaller rules. Could make the game longer, make the game shorter. So it's so customizable. And with 4.5 pages of extra stuff at the end of the rule book, you can play a different game every single time you play Nexus Ops. Like it's possibilities are truly endless.
I have a question for you, Sophia. So,
Yeah.
say that somebody is going through a 7-day media deprivation program where they aren't allowed to be on their phone or be on social media or read any books or watch movies or TV or content or listen to podcasts
Hmm, hmm.
or anything of the sort. Would this be a good game to ease this hypothetical person out of their medieval peasant like state, or would this be so overstimulating to this person who is torturing themselves?
Hmm, hmm. I this person, I don't know who this could be, but I would tell them that if you are picking this game up and just trying to learn it and you're not even a huge, like, you're not a super strategy gamer or anything, this is a great game for you to pick up. It is so easy to learn. It has some great player aids as well, printed right on your player board. It walks you through all the steps that you could take. And the core of the game is actually just really simple. You're deploying your troops, you're moving around, you're exploring, you're battling. And that's it.
That's
And
it.
that's it. So, yeah, I think this is a great game for someone who is looking to pick up a game and learn how to play it to migrate out of their medieval peasant like ways currently into the world of gaming. I think this game is a great game that you can play with really not much barrier at all. And if you're not a read the rules book person, also on the web store, there's a great watch it played and how to play video. So if you're not a reader, if you, that's not how you
Or you
internalize
forgot how to
rules,
read within the seven
or
days you weren't allowed to read anything.
It
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
happens.
You can, well, you can watch the video. And this might not be great for the no screens people out there, but for all the other folks out there who are looking for another way to learn how to play the game, you can watch the video. It's super easy how to learn. And as soon as you got the basics down, you can jump right into playing and have have a really awesome time.
You heard it here first, folks. If there's any medieval peasants out there who are being ravaged by a plague, and aren't allowed to read books or anything, and after 6 more days you'll be able to play games again, this is a great game to ease you into the strategy gaming lifestyle, according to our strategy game expert correspondent, Sophia. Um, thank you for all the info, Sophia.
Yeah, I think this game is super cool. It's a classic for a reason. It is back for a reason. This game is
I
awesome.
noticed, so if it was made first in 2005, it's 20 years old now also.
Wow.
It is 20 years old. Happy birthday, Nexus Ops.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Nexus Ops. Next year you can drink.
Yay, Nexus Ops.
Yay! And shout out to all of our medieval peasant listeners and gamers who we make this podcast for.
Yeah, we make it just for you. So I have a mini game for us to play. I devised a little mini game. So this is actually why I wanted to bring you on, Sophia. So I thought it'd be fun if either you two competed against each other. I thought that would be good. I did run this game through a beta tester last night, and they struggled with it. So maybe it's co-op instead. Maybe you work together instead.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you the rules of the game, and you can kind of decide if you'd rather work together or compete against each other. So this mini game is called Time to Rhyme. Welcome to Time to Rhyme, hosted by me, Anais. In this game, I'm going to give you a fill in the blank question, and like a riddle, and the blank is going to be a rhyme or near rhyme of the game Nexus Ops. So I'm going to give you a sentence that's kind of like a riddle that'll give you hints, and then the phrase you're trying to guess rhymes or almost rhymes with Nexus Ops. Sounds like Nexus Ops.
Okay.
Do you guys get it? You understand?
I think I've got this.
I think I need to be on a team with Rena.
Do you want to co-op it? Okay.
Let's co-op.
Not my strongest suit. I think with Rena, we got a good shot here.
Yeah, this does distinctly fall into my wheelhouse. So let's go.
I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's yeah, it'll be good. Hopefully you get it. Hopefully it's not too hard. But I had a lot of fun coming up with these, so hopefully we get them. Great. All right, co-op. That's what's great about board games or card games is that you can always play cooperatively with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you know Nexus Ops also has a co-op mode?
That's what I'm saying.
Co-op mode.
There you go. So it's really just it's in theme. It's in theme for you two to work together.
Right here.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Okay. And remember, the answer rhymes or almost rhymes with Nexus Ops. Number 1. A farmer tries a brand new, top-of-the-line fertilizer that helps him grow more vegetables than he knows what to do with. You could say he has blank.
I don't want to just blurt it out.
Blurt it out. Blurt it out.
I was I want to give Sophie excess crops.
Excess crops. Slam dunk.
Whoa.
Rena's got it.
Whoa.
Excess
My brain
crops.
I wasn't even on that caliper of brain churn yet. That's crazy.
Once we do the whole game, I'm gonna just start throwing out the ones that my brain goes through as fun fillers.
Well, let's see if you get this next one.
Okay.
Number 2. A creature from Greek mythology takes a magic potion that makes him miraculously grow another eye. You could call him an
Cyclops.
Yes.
I was this is a real slant rhyme, but I'm gonna try.
You got it. You got it. You're blowing Sophia's mind right now.
You are blowing my mind right now. I
love board games.
Oh, what an absolute legend. Honestly.
All right, number 3. It's so dumb. The first meal of the day is meant to be the most important, but when you wake up to the hot summer sun, all you want to do is go to the fridge to grab an icy cold treat. I guess you could call these blank.
Breakfast pops.
Yeah, easy. Easy. That was the first one I came up with, by the way.
I like that one a lot. That is, full disclosure, summertime, I'm fully on a popsicle diet.
Love.
We love to see it. The beta tester guessed Otter Pops, which doesn't rhyme with Nexus, but I do understand why you'd go there. All right, let's see if you guys get this one. I was torn on whether or not you'd get it. Number 4. Without thinking about his safety, a soccer player throws himself to the ground in an attempt to get a free kick. Unfortunately, in doing so, he actually injured himself and was out for the rest of the game. He should really avoid such blank.
Reckless ops. I don't know.
What was the second word you said?
Hops? I don't know. Reckless
hops?
Hop? Yeah, I don't know. It's reckless
I
something.
I would
I'm
have
gonna
said
give
reckless
it.
drops.
I'm gonna give it to Sophia because she got whatever. You're co-oping, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a competition, but I'm competitive, so it is. I'm gonna give this one to Sophia. So I wasn't sure if you would get this because I know Brina's not a sports watcher, and I have to assume Sophia's not either. But the answer is reckless flops because in soccer,
There it
Oh.
is.
a fake out fall is called a flop.
Oh,
But yeah, I thought that one was pretty good. Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Um, number 5. While visiting a bar in a southern state, you learn a new line dance. After getting the hang of it, you do a few blank throughout the night.
Nexus Hops.
Almost. Halfway there.
Ah.
Halfway there.
It's Texas. Oh, mm-mm.
Nope. Nobody gets
No.
it?
No, no.
Your first L. Texas Stomps. You're halfway there.
Oh,
You get a half point. I think you get a
I
half
was
point for this one. You get a half point for number 4 because you were
so
halfway
we've
there,
we've rounded up to a full point again. Okay.
yeah.
which is pretty good. So I mean that's 3. So that's 4. I'll say you got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So this last one is actually it's a bonus question. And the answer is going to be our sale code for this episode. So and it's my favorite also. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
The king of dinosaurs is super into public transportation. You can often see him waiting at blank. The king of dinosaurs. He loves public transportation.
Is it T-Rex stops?
Almost. Almost. What kind of stops?
T-Rex bus stop. I don't know.
You got it. Sophia coming in clutch. Our
I
strategy
did
expert
it!
correspondent.
Yeah.
That's right. The secret sale code this week for 20% off Nexus Ops while supplies last is T-Rex bus stops. Make sure to enter that at checkout to save on this amazing game that we love so much.
I love our sale codes.
I thought last week was crazy, but this week you've outdone yourself, Anais. This is great.
Truly.
This is
T-Rex bus
great.
stops.
T-Rex bus stops.
Anyway, that about wraps up our episode. Thanks for tuning in. Brina, thanks for being here. Sophia, thank you for joining us and giving us all the juicy deets on Nexus Ops and partaking in my game. Let me know in the comments how you did. If you were trying to play along at home and guess. Let me know how you did. We don't have a sign off yet. We haven't come up
No.
with one. Sophia, would you like to pitch a sign off for us?
Until next time, keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming.
Keep on well, all right. It's a
That's all
little
I got.
basic.
Listen,
Somebody-
this podcasting thing, that's you guys's. I got keep on gaming. That's what I'll do.
Keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming. Somebody in the Discord suggested happy gaming because that's how I sign off my emails.
That's
to
how I
people.
sign off emails too. That would be good. Happy gaming, Renegades.
Happy
Keep on,
gaming.
and from all of us here at Renegade, keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming.
And this is where we cut.
Hold for cough.